Hi, this is DS Yoxheimer, and this is another edition of The Spectre, and I'm just going to be talking quickly about the upcoming Star Wars movie that I don't really know much about other than seeing the trailer for it. And it's called, I was walking out of the Wonder Woman movie, and which was pretty good, actually, and I saw this poster for The Last Jedi, and I basically like the current movies for the most part. I liked The Force Awakens. Other than the Han Solo just walking into a lightsaber, I thought that was sort of. I mean, I don't know. I didn't quite get that, but I guess that's what they intended upon doing, and he was probably just only wanted to do one of those films. So, but yeah, your son's like a genocidal maniac, and you're on this planet that has like a death ray built into it, and he's basically responsible for it, and he's Darth Vader's grandson. So, like, hey, if I like hooked up with like Hitler's daughter and stuff like that, but she was really good and stuff, I'd still be worried about the kids, So anyway, that happened. And, I mean, there's been plenty of, like, faux pas in the Star Wars universe, and I never, because of that, hated all of Star Wars. I always loved the first three films. That's what I grew up with, and that's all I ever thought they were ever going to make. I didn't think this would go on this long. And I saw Rogue One. I actually liked Rogue One a lot. I thought that was pretty much overall cool. Some people didn't like it. They didn't like the main character or care for her for some reason, but I liked the Rogue One. I just like how it came together. I like how they brought in the elements from, the old characters in with the new story that happened before, episode 4. So I liked it. Whatever. So the new movie, I don't know what it's going to be, because in the trailer, Luke says something, that there won't, this is going to be the last of the Jedi. The Jedi need to go away, basically. Sort of paraphrase. I don't know exactly. I can't remember exactly what he said. So it's implying that the Jedi are bad, because it didn't do him any good. He got his hand cut off, found out his dad was Satan. Things didn't go so well, with their experience with the Jedi arts, or whatever, however you want to call it. But they couldn't help it. They had all those midi-chlorians in their system, so they had to become Jedis. Except Leia didn't really wind up having any powers, evidently. I mean, she didn't seem to have them, other than she kind of sensed that Han Solo died. But overall, I mean, I like these movies. I don't know what the next one's going to be. It looks like it'll be a little bit better. Hopefully, it'll be a little. But it's still, they're fun movies. The first one was a fun movie, but I don't know about this. What the next one's going to be, or the one after that, because Carrie Fisher won't be in it, obviously, but she's in the next one because they already shot those scenes. But I don't really, I'm reticent to be, be like, yeah, it's going to be awesome, because I'm old, and it's just your ability to have that childlike enthusiasm for something that's just sort of dissipates over time. I mean, maybe some people retain it, but I just, can't. But yeah, I think the Last Jedi, it looks like it'll be cool, but I just think they're just trying to they just sort of put the puzzle pieces together with the elements that they already have in this, for all the Star Wars characters. And they just sort of they make it work that way. I mean, I don't expect any like big surprises with this movie or the next one. So, whatever. I don't know. I just kind of, I'm getting older, so it's just hard for me to really have that suspension of disbelief too, because I'm also in the very cynical reality that we all live, and so I can't. It's hard for me to root for them like I used to. I just kind of go to these movies. They're pretty cool, but I sort of walk out of them, and I just go back to reality. It just doesn't really affect me the same way as it did when I was a kid. And especially after the prequels. I mean, you sort of get it did hurt my fervor for Star Wars just a little bit, because those were just inexcusable. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. If you like my channel, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Later.